Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is Madden NFL 21.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Frank Clark there on the stop.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
Open man, Lamb. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Hardman on the return.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Their own 30-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now this throw caught left side. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 70 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
54's Mike.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Offense.
That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down. And he floats one there, incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar the ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. As the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
On the option, Mahomes will run it. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd and 15 now, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at at their own 28.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Dallas.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down.
Cowboys.
This is Elliott, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11 now. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Alex Okafor showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to run.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd down.
And 11.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, 1 set.
Mahomes now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Check. Watch 54. Watch.
They'll try and throw for it here. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
At the 3-yard
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
For the point after.
They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When you talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He is going to find Hill here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Pollard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Complete to Ezekiel.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete the tight end, Kelsey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because...
And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Intercepted by the Cowboys.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that reason.
It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And a Cowboys first down.
Prescott from the gun. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Gain of 12.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Cowboys 17.
So the drive stalls out inside, do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 18-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On second down, it's Bell pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
That one complete to Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Mahomes now on first down. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end with an INT. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Schultz. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Cowboys.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Mahomes now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 21-20, a minute 54 on the clock. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And the Cowboy first down.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 21 yards.
Prescott to throw.
First down.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Check 55, come on. Check 55, come on. Let's go, baby. Return up. Get that. Easy. 55.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a first down carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the